everyone, today's video is going to be kind of a chatty one, where I'm just going to kind of sit and talk to y'all about something, and that is about decluttering. So if you have kind of been with me for a little while, you know that I was very against decluttering. I made an entire video about why I feel like, for me personally, I don't want to declutter. And so I did that, and then I found out I was moving to Ohio, which is where I live now. I moved a couple weeks ago. And I was like, I have a lot of makeup. And it wasn't just makeup. I only filmed makeup, but it was a lot of stuff. And I have a lot of things that I don't love, or I don't care about, or I don't feel like I need. And so I decluttered everything in my house. Now, again, I filmed my makeup declutter, and I have that entire playlist, in case you're interested in seeing it, listed down below. So you can go ahead and check that out if you'd like to. But I kind of filmed, I went through a lot of my makeup, and I got rid of quite a bit. I most recently, a couple of days ago, filmed my makeup inventory for August of 2018, okay? Learn the year. But August 2018, and I'll link that below as well. I'll link a couple of videos I think that you might be interested in. So in that, I found out that I had gotten rid of like 500 items overall. Now, that does include single individual pans, and I feel like that's pretty good. And I can honestly say I haven't regretted anything. I have not at any point been like, oh, I really wish I had that, but I don't have it anymore. And again, that's with makeup, but also with a lot of things. I had a lot of clothes that some of them meant something to me. So in high school, I'm currently not, but in high school, I was like a size 0 to 4. And I've gained weight since then because I've grown up and things happen, and I'm not a cheerleader anymore. And that's fine. I have no issue with my body or my size or anything at all. But I still had all these like size 4 items in my closet. Why? I will probably never be a size 4 again. I don't really want to be. I feel like I was a little too skinny back then. And even if I ever was to get back to a size 4, I will want new clothes. I'm not going to want to wear what I wore in high school. I graduated high school 7 years ago now, so I don't really want to do that. And besides just high school, clothes, I had dishes that I didn't care about. I had, like I said, a lot of makeup. I just had a lot of stuff in my life that I didn't care about. Now, I am a sentimental person to some extent. I'm not a hoarder in general. I don't keep a lot of things. I'm a big believer of if I need that again, I'll buy it. But there were certain things, my grandfather passed away in 2009, and there were certain things he had given me that I have to have for the rest of my life. I do. They remind me of Pa. I have actually John he has a teddy bear that he got when he was born. John was premature, so this teddy bear is like yay big, and it was bigger than him. So we have that, and we have my Dumbo that I got my first trip to Disney World. And they kind of just sit together, and they both mean something to us, So I'm not saying like you have to get rid of everything, but I got rid of a lot of stuff that I didn't care about, and I feel a lot better about it. And I feel like I did learn stuff in general, but I want to talk about my makeup buying habits just because that seems like the most relevant to my channel and what I really talk about here. I was a big fan of subscription boxes. In the past, I have had Ipsy, Birchbox, BoxyCharm, Wantable, Glossy Box. I had the Allure Beauty Box, and I've had Sephora Play. So in my time of being into makeup, which has been about 5 years, I have had 7 different subscription boxes, and some of those I had a subscription for a very long time. We're talking years and years, and I really enjoyed it, and I liked getting that makeup every month. And I felt like I've, in a lot of ways, as you do when you kind of get more into a certain like genre, group, whatever, I've really learned what I like and what I don't. So, for example, foundations. I like a couple of full coverage foundations, but I like a medium coverage, sometimes even light. For highlighter, I like a really intense highlighter occasionally, but more often I like kind of a more natural highlight. Like this today is kind of a lot for me. Now, I mean, that's a lot of highlight. I know I like a matte blush. I know a little bit more what I like. Lips, generally I don't really like nude lips. Now, I have a lot of nude lips, and I like them okay, and sometimes I wear them because I have like a lot of eyeshadow, but I feel kind of naked without like a bright red lip or something like that. So I've just learned my personal preferences. And through learning my personal preferences, I've also been like, I don't need subscription services. And I did learn them through subscription services. I think they're great, and I feel like they have their own place where you can really learn what you like and what you don't like. But now I pretty much know I don't like cream cheek products. If you look at my drawer right now, this, and I used one today as well. I have all these cream cheek products I don't really care about, and I got them all through subscription services. So that's okay. I mean, that's going to happen no matter what, but I know what I like, and I feel like if I took that money that I spent on subscription services and I could now use those to things that I really know I'll enjoy. And so for me, I feel like subscription services just aren't a thing. Now, that being said, Sephora did just redo what they're going to do for their point system, and I like it even better. Now, I already like this 4-point system. If you watch me, you know I'm all about those 100-point perks. I spend my points. But they're increasing the way we can get points. So I'm VIB. I'm not Beauty Insider. I'm a VIB. I'm not a Rouge. But with being VIB, I can get 1.25 points for every dollar I spend as opposed to just 1 point, which is nice. And I like to use those points. And I think that, you know, now you can get full-size items if it's in the rewards bazaar. And if you get Rouge, now I'm not really planning on being a Rouge, but if I were to be Rouge, I can, you can get like a $100 gift card. I also am just the way my brain works, I am a goal-oriented person. I can work really hard and do a lot and be really good about something if I know I have a reward at the end. So, John and I discussed it last night, and I really think I want Sephora Play because I like the items that you get in there. Now, sometimes the stuff you already have or things that I might not be super interested in. John might have just gotten home. The dog's going crazy. But even if it's something I'm not super interested in, I can still, use it. And they're all brands that I've heard of and brands that I like or brands that I'm interested in. Also, you get a 50-point play card. So you get 50 points if you go to Sephora and buy something. So we discussed it, and it's like, okay, well, I'll get the box, and every month I'll go buy one thing from Sephora, and that'll be my makeup buying. And that's it. Unless I have a gift card or something. I don't know. Unless we, like, hit the lottery or something. You know, that'll be my makeup buying. And I feel like that's a good way to limit myself. I've recently spent too much money at the Disney store. This is another Disney store item. I really like it. It's like Snow Whitey. And my nail polish, if you didn't notice, is based on the shirt because we're going to a Disney store event tonight. But, you know, I feel like I have to have really strict limits with myself or otherwise I'm just like, whoa, I'm a little bit overboard. So I think I am going to get Sephora Play again. But I don't feel like I will ever get another subscription service. And I just feel like I've had that time. I've enjoyed it. But I think I'm kind of over it. And like I said, I feel like you learn your preferences. I will very unlikely buy really shimmery blushes again. Nude lips. Not just even nude lips. I kind of feel like lipsticks, I don't care. You know, through Project Panning, I've really learned 2 things. Number 1, I don't need to buy near as much makeup as I do, or as I have in the past. I've gotten a lot better. But it takes so long to use up certain items. So you don't need to buy as much. And number 2, you really learn what you like to change up and what you don't. I've had the same eyeshadow I've been using as a brow product for a long time. It doesn't bother me at all. I've been using the same blush for a while. I don't really care. Eyeshadow, I really care. I like to change that up. So you kind of learn what you like to use and what you need a lot of, and what you don't care about. Bronzers, I don't care in the world about having a bunch or having a little. It just doesn't. They're not my favorite. So I feel like it's good to learn that. And again, I learned that through Project Panning. And I feel like that will be reflected in my purchases. Also, as with anything, I kind of get really excited about certain things. So like recently, I've been loving to buy like powders. And like, I don't know how to describe it. Like more of a shimmery powder. Not a highlighter, but like the Peach Blur. It's called the Translucent. Like it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. And now I have normal to dry skin. So I bought these all last year, but I have this new powder, and I have this one's probably my favorite. It's the Snow White one, which does match my outfit today, which I like, by Besame, and this is called the Pearl Powder, and I don't know if you can tell, I've talked about it quite a few times on my channel, but it does give you like a little bit of sheen. Maybe sheen's not the right word, but you know, it just makes your skin look a little more alive. I have the Girl on Meteorites, again, love these. So that's what I've been into buying lately, you know. So with my one purchase, I might buy that. I might buy a concealer. But you go through phases. So I feel like you shouldn't feel like, all right, this new foundation came out. I guess I should buy it because I should try it. Well, if you don't feel like buying it, don't buy it. you know, you don't have to buy anything. And I feel like, especially doing YouTube, though I'm not like a huge YouTuber there by any means, you kind of... Kanga Noel! She wasn't going to stop. I'm sorry. She likes to bark. Kanga Noel! Come here! She's kind of... Oh, Hippo's coming. Hippo says, Mom, you want some loving? But anyway, so, you know, you just learn what you like, you learn what you want. And I definitely feel like it takes time, but I have been able to do that. And so I can make less purchases, but also smarter purchases. And lastly, sales. Kanga! I am the worst, or I used to be. I've tried to get a lot better. But there she is. Hello, Kanga. Can you stop barking, please? We're trying to film here. Y'all know my doggies are my babies. But I'm the worst in the world about buying things solely because it's on sale. I can't tell you how many eyeshadow palettes they'll go on sale at Sephora, and I'm like, gotta buy that. Or I used to go, Target will have like the little end cap in the beauty area that has all their stuff on sale, and I would just pick out everything. Oh, don't own that, don't own that, don't own that. And yeah, I accumulated a lot of stuff, but it wasn't stuff I cared about. And I feel like you have to be really smart with your purchases. And, you know, like I said, unless you, like, have enough money that you're just like, you can buy whatever you want, which, you know, 99.999% of us aren't like that, then you have to be smart and think about what you want and what you got. So, you know, I just recently bought this highlighter. I'll just use this as an example. Now, I have shared that I was a little intoxicated when I bought it. I probably would not have bought it sober because I wasn't trying to buy any makeup, but bottomless mimosas. It was my last day in Savannah. What are you going to do? This is the MAC Ink Cocoa. Now, first of all, packaging. Some people love packaging. Some people don't care about it. I like packaging. I cannot tell you. This probably sounds really bad. This is my makeup collection right below y'all. And I will sit here and just look at stuff, and it makes me happy. And that might sound really materialistic or really dumb to you, but it does. I like to look in at my collection and just see things laid out and see it pretty. And it makes me happy. I'm not ashamed of that. It does. So packaging makes me happy. And, you know, you want to throw out a Disney collection? I'm going to buy it. I love Disney. You know, those things make me happy. So pandas are my favorite terrestrial animal. Love them. Makes me happy. You open it up and it's the shape of a panda. That makes me happy. Now, when I saw this online, I was like, I don't know, how are you going to use that? Then I had it in store. And it's a highlighter for me. And it's a very faint highlighter. Do y'all even see it? It's right here. Now, I will say that the one in the store, there we go, I just have to build it up a bit. It's a very faint, slightly pink tone highlighter. Now, the one in the store had been used a lot more, so there was kind of, you know, no overlay or whatever. But look at that. That's the kind of highlighter I like to have. I like to have a faint highlighter that just is like, oh, look, I've got some glow. It's very natural. Not like, here's a little strip on my face. This is beautiful to me. It is similar to one of my very favorite highlighters, which is the Laura Mercier 01 highlight. Now, I love this highlighter. It's probably my favorite one. But this one is definitely much more gold, and this one is much more pink. But you can see how it gives a similar effect. So, and this is really the only thing I have that's like it. Well, and then I've got this Sephora one. And it's almost the same. It's a little bit, it's kind of like a middle ground. See, it's more neutral. So, I have all these that have the same kind of effect, but I didn't have anything that was so pinky. And I like a pink highlight. I have like a neutral to cool undertone. So this, it ticked all the boxes. It was something that made me happy. It was something I liked to look at. It was something that I didn't feel like I already owned. So I bought it. And I feel like that's okay. Now, you know, there have definitely been times where I'm just like, that's on sale, that's on sale. And I bought things that didn't tick those boxes. And I feel like you have to be really smart with your purchases. And so I say all this because the goal is, I plan on doing more declutters. I plan on kind of making it a series every spring. But every spring I might have to declutter things that have gotten old or things that, you know, your makeup style will change throughout life, and that's fine. But besides that, I want to declutter a lot less. But with saying that, I feel like I could own a lot less as well, you know. I think I said I just did my recent makeup inventory. I think I owned like over 20 bronzers, and I have already said I don't really care. You know, I could use the same bronzer every day, use it up, and get a new one. That's okay with me. You know, so you just have to learn. And decluttering has really made me reflect a lot on makeup and my makeup buying habits, and things like that. So I hope that was interesting for you. It was kind of rambly, but I hope that's okay. And I hope that it kind of made you think about your purchasing habits and what you're okay with and what you're not. If you want to have a really big collection and you're like, I just want to buy everything, cool. I had that phase. I personally am out of it. You don't even have to go out of it if you don't want to. That's fine. Personally, I had that phase, enjoyed that phase, have grown out of it. But I might go back in it sometime. You just never know. So, you know, just think about it. I think it's worth talking about. If y'all want to chit chat in the comments, y'all know I love talking to y'all. And yeah, if you have any other questions, requests, suggestions, comments, go ahead and leave them down below. As I've said already, but I do mean it. Talking to y'all is one of my favorite things. I love kind of the community of YouTube. I very, very rarely get hateful comments, and I'll be the first to admit when I do, I just delete it because I don't feel like we need that negativity here on this channel. I never want people to argue about me or about something I've chosen to do or something like that. You know, I don't have to have all comments be like, oh, you're great, and you can disagree with me, but if you're just being hateful, I don't need that. You know, I don't feel like that's necessary for the world. But like I said, I do love talking to y'all. So yeah, I guess I'll just see you all real soon. Bye.